Good day, everyone. So, my name is Mary Jane Itores, and I am a student from TTL2. And today, I will be discussing about integers. So, in this presentation, I will explain what integers are, what are their types, the number representation or the number line, their absolute values, the different properties of integers, and together with the operation on integers. Our So our objectives for this lesson is to define integers, identify the types of integers, and perform operations on integers. By the end of discussion, we should clearly understand how integers work in mathematics. Now the question remains, what are integers? So integers are whole numbers and their opposites, including 0. Examples of integers are -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So it is important to remember that integers do not include fractions or decimals, such as 1/2, 1.5, or 1.65. So only whole numbers and their opposites are considered integers. So what are the three types of integers? So we have three. So there are three types of integers, namely the positive integers, the negative integers, and 0. So the positive integers are numbers greater than 0, like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. So negative integers are numbers less than 0, such as -1, -2, and -3. 0 is neither positive nor negative, but it is included as an integer. Next, we have the number line. So integers can be represented on a number line. They are arranged from left to right. Numbers on the left side are negative, while numbers on the right side are positive, as you can see in the diagram below. The farther sides the farther right a number is, the greater it is value. Next, we're gonna talk about opposite integers. So opposite integers are numbers that have the same distance from 0 but are on opposite side of the number line. For example, +3 and -3 are opposites. When we add opposite numbers, the result is always 0. Next is all about the absolute value and comparing integers. So first is the absolute value. So absolute value is the distance of a number from 0. It is always positive. For example, the absolute value of -3 is 3. Also, when in comparing integers, numbers on the left side of the number line are always smaller and numbers on the right side are greater. For the numbers on the left side are all negatives and the numbers on the right side are positive, so they are always greater. Now that we understand integers and their basic concepts, let us move on to the operations on integers. Now, the integer operations has the four fundamental operations, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's dive into this operation on integers. So the first is the addition. So the addition rules is that the same signs of an integer we must add, different signs we must subtract. Here are the examples of addition. So first one is -3 plus -2 is equal to -5. So same signs we add, then um, we copy their similar sign and proceed to addition. The second one is 5 plus negative 3 is equal to 2. So we subtract it and copy the sign of the bigger number. So the second operation is subtraction. So here is the rule in subtraction. So first is we keep the subtrahend and we change the sign and we change the minuend. So here are the examples in operating subtraction. First is 5 minus negative 2 is equal to 7. Negative 4 minus 3 is equal to negative 7. Next is the operation on multiplication. So the rules is same signs multiply, then it is positive. Then different signs, we have to multiply again, then the sign is negative. Here we have the example on multiplication. So 2 times 6 is equal to 12. 3 times negative 2 is equal to negative 6. Next is the division. So the rules in division is same sign is equal to positive, different sign is equal to negative. So just like the multiplication. So here are the examples in division. So 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Negative 9 divided by 3 is equal to negative 3. Next, let's discuss about the properties of integers. So there are 5 properties in integers. First is the commutative property, the associative property, the distributive property, the identity property, and the inverse property. So for the commutative property, the order of numbers does not change the result when adding for multiplying integers. So the formula is a plus b is equal to b plus a. A times b is equal to b times a. For example, here in the diagram below, 3 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 3. So the answer of both numbers are 8. So negative 2 times 4 is equal to 4 times negative 2. The answer of both operation is negative 8. Next, we have the associative property. So the way numbers are grouped does not change the result in addition or multiplication. The formula for this one is a plus b times the quantity plus c is equal to a plus times the quantity b plus c. So next formula is a times b quantity times c is equal to a times b times c quantity. For example, in the given, 2 plus 3 times the quantity plus 4 is equal to 2 times the quantity 3 plus 4. So their answer both is 9. So 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. Next is the distributive property. So multiplication distributes over addition. So in the formula given, a times the quantity b plus c is equal to ab plus ac. We simply distribute a to letter b and c. So the example given, we distribute 3 times 2, then 3 times 4. So that's why it is equal to 6 plus 12, and the answer is 18. So property is the identity property. So there is a special number that does not change the value of an integer. So the types is the additive identity and the multiplicative identity. So in additive identity, the formula is a plus 0. It is always equal to a. So the multiplicative identity, which is a times 1, is equal to 1. So for example, 7 plus 0 is equal to 7. And negative 5 times 1 is equal to negative 5. Lastly, the inverse property. So it is a number combined with its opposites equals 0. So the formula is a plus times the quantity negative a is equal to 0. For example, 6 plus negative 6 is equal to 0 and negative 9 plus 9 is equal to 0. That's all for our lesson for today, all about integers. Thank you.